Let's look at the reality of modern outreach. Right now, inboxes are flooded with automated spam, and defensive shields are firmly up. That constant noise creates a highly guarded environment. Because of those barriers, traditional cold outreach tactics are seeing severe diminishing returns. Sales teams are burning through expensive leads without making meaningful connections. This timeline shows the data shelf life trap. Acquired data is safe for 3 months, but then viability drops steeply into a high-risk red zone. Traditional tools fail here. They confirm a number is active, but miss the identity mismatch. Continuing to reach out without verifying the current owner creates unnecessary legal and financial exposure. It is a severe liability hiding in plain sight. Most organizations recognize this exposure, but their response is to invest in isolated departmental solutions. They try to fix structural issues with piecemeal tools. You can see that structural fragmentation here. Organizations typically isolate their efforts into these 4 distinct pillars: lead generation, customer engagement, data hygiene, and compliance. When you manage these functions in silos, cracks inevitably form. The data flow breaks down between departments. That disconnect drives low conversion rates and high compliance risk. The alternative is a unified engagement strategy. Instead of patching the cracks, Signal Daddy Media brings those disciplines together. The isolated functions merge into a cohesive engine. Integrating these traditionally separate functions creates a distinct operational advantage. It streamlines the entire outreach lifecycle, making the organization far more resilient and efficient. That cohesive approach starts on the front end with the engagement engine, which is designed to earn audience attention rather than interrupting it. Instead of opening with a cold pitch, the outreach begins with a scalable resource. This dashboard illustrates a campaign anchored to a tangible community initiative, offering real substance right from the first touchpoint. By leading with a high-value experience, you bypass the defensive barriers we discussed earlier. It positions the organization as an active, contributing member of the community. Trust accelerates every stage of the customer journey. When outreach begins with authentic community value, initial conversations become easier. Stronger relationships develop over time, and referrals happen naturally. And this framework scales effectively. A national enterprise can deploy this strategy across the country, while tailoring the front-end campaign to feel hyper-local to every individual territory their sales representatives touch. You are offering something of real value upfront. That shared focus builds long-term relationships and redefines the dynamic of customer acquisition. That handles new outreach, but we also have to address the challenge of dormant databases. That is where the reactivation engine serves as the back-end solution. It leverages those same community-focused assets to safely re-engage aging contact lists. As we see in this schematic, when a user interacts with the engagement asset, the system tracks specific behavioral signals. It sends a data-rich pulse straight back to a central database. That interaction implicitly verifies the correct person is on the other end of the line. It turns that unverified data point green before a representative ever makes contact. This behavioral confirmation strengthens identity verification and significantly reduces risk. It turns an otherwise stagnant database into a compliant, actionable resource. Beyond the operational metrics, this continuous loop of engagement and verification elevates the day-to-day experience for both the customer and the professional. From the prospect's perspective, they are interacting with a familiar, community-focused initiative. That shared context makes them more comfortable opening up. For the representative, they receive richer, behavior-backed context for every call. It removes the anxiety of standard outreach. Conversations become meaningful, representatives enjoy better morale, and the organization delivers a superior standard of care. Running the engagement and reactivation engines together creates a robust structural defense. As illustrated here, it surrounds the business with a protective compliance moat, actively deflecting regulatory hazards. On the front end, the engagement engine ensures your organization earns attention by providing value instead of interrupting prospects with noise. On the back end, the reactivation engine allows you to reconnect with your existing database with absolute confidence, replacing uncertainty with verified intent. By unifying these disciplines, organizations build a scalable engagement strategy. It strengthens community relationships while supporting secure, compliant outreach at every level of operation.
Ready to engage different while supporting family literacy? Scan the QR code, comment Engage Different, or visit signaldaddymedia.com to schedule a trial demo.